So, do you guys remember when Andrew Wilson had this conversation and he said this?
If all you're saying by a national campaign towards X is that people want people to be accepted as being gay, or people want to be seen as normal for having a gay family where they have, two parents of the same sex and children that live in that household, if that's what you mean, then sure, I'm fine with the United States doing things like putting flags on their building, but not for that purpose. The reason that I'm fine with that, something like putting a pride flag up during Pride Month, is because that's a representation of civil rights. Actually, I spoke, by the way, little plug for my YouTube channel. I spoke at the Florida Senate about a month ago about this. It's an infringement on constitutional rights to not allow government entities to do that. Historically, the Supreme Court has ruled that way, by the way. But that is a promotion of the civil rights of those people, not a promotion of their lifestyle. Now, while it might also
wait, hang on, back up for me real quick. Did you just say that it's unconstitutional to govern for states to govern what now? Flags? Back that up. I just want to make sure I get this right.
Right. Yeah. It's so in the instances, and this is just a descriptor of historically how it's been. The Supreme Court has ruled it unconstitutional to regulate the types of speech that government entities can employ.
Government entities being.
Do you know what a government entity is?
I'm just asking you. So
no,
I'm just
curious, I just didn't know if you genuinely didn't know.
You do realize that you could have proprietary definitions of things that may not.
But I think it would be charitable to assume that we're kind of using similar terms.
Well,
but that's fine.
Well,
I think
do you mean state government? Do you mean federal government? Do you mean local government?
Historically, both. The Supreme
Court.
Right.
So when we say government entities, I'm just trying to untangle it. That's it.
Sure. I mean, okay. Sure. Yeah. Government entities historically, both on the federal level and the state level.
Okay. So like the Confederate flag.
Historically, the Supreme Court has ruled it unconstitutional for that to be infringed upon.
Okay.
Now, the issue there can be a different argument against maybe why we shouldn't allow them to do it. Maybe it's not because it's unconstitutional, but maybe there's some other reason why we should infringe on their free speech.
Do you think we should
on
the Confederate flag?
That would be a conversation about what's the usefulness, what kind of
it'd be
violence.
A conversation about whether or not you're consistent in your view that because states can do this, they should be able to do this, or they should do this.
Do you? Okay, that's not true. Look, what I was saying was that take the instance of on up a. Can I say the word swastika?
I would just say Swazi.
Swazi, yeah. Take I put up a nice 1942 flag on the state building or something like that, and that causes some riot or that causes some violence or something like that. There might be an argument there to say, well, because it's had this specific negative outcome, then we should restrict them from doing that. However, that's not the case with the symbolization of Pride Month, the gay flags that are put up on buildings. The intention there is to represent the civil rights of those people. That would be like saying you can't put up American flags.
This is a civil rights issue on either end.
Do you think that the Civil War was a civil rights issue?
No, it's a civil rights issue on either end for the flag itself. So you can't say, so if you say, well, this is negative, right, or this is positive, just because one is negative doesn't mean it's not the same civil rights issue that you're pointing at here. So if you're pointing at states historically can't say anything, or government entities can't say anything about what types of flags are put up on is it state property? Is that what you're referencing?
Right. So government buildings.
Yeah, government buildings. Then it would still be a civil rights issue if you're saying that they shouldn't put up the Confederate flag. That would still be a civil rights problem.
When I asked you, do you think that the Civil War was a civil rights issue, do you think that the Confederate flag represents the civil rights of African Americans?
No.
Okay, right. So that's the symmetry breaker here. And then there's also the
Well, what do you think a civil right is?
Do you think that the
don't
As you guys can see, I did a reaction and I didn't want to disturb the video, mainly because in that debate you have Andrew Wilson basically saying that it's okay to hang the Confederate flag anywhere because it wasn't about racism, it wasn't about slavery, it's not disrespectful, they didn't kill millions of Americans, right? They didn't cause a war on American soil that they lost. No, he want to convince everybody that it was all about Southern independence. I think that that's crazy because we know it was about racism towards black people. It was about slavery. Y'all wanted to be, let me turn off this, you guys wanted to be, how do you call it? You guys wanted to be independent of the North. The North was saying, hey, we're going to have this Emancipation Proclamation. We're going to free all the slaves. You guys now have to pay them. You guys wanted to be independent of that. And you guys started a war over it and lost. Now, let me show you a different clip of Andrew Wilson because he's known to pander to young men who hate women. That's how he got famous. He got famous by telling young men to have a traditional life with a traditional wife. And at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is a woman who is supposed to be cooking your food every single day, blah, 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 ski, right? Now, I'm going to show y'all a few different videos here today, mainly this one and another one. about, because this is not the first time this has hit the airwaves for me. I've been heard about Andrew Wilson. We've been knew about his wife having multiple baby daddies and multiple kids. We've been knew he was a hypocrite. It's just the internet is full of individuals who, for some reason, y'all have chosen to listen to liars, scammers. Y'all have chosen to make these people rich. Let's be honest. A lot of y'all don't have the results still. A lot of y'all still don't have a happy household. You're not married. You don't have children. You don't have a career. You don't have any investment, but you're invested in Andrew Wilson or Andrew Tate or, you know, one of these Manosphere guys, red pill guys, only to find out that the woman that he chose is a baby mama. Let's watch the footage.
To convince you of my worldview.
You won't.
I know. But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator or I don't make good points or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly, you're too fucking stupid to understand them.
So Andrew, can I
So again, you came in with the heat. Charlie, I think you're just too fucking stupid to understand everything. Okay. Well, Charlie, can you please tell Mr. Andrew Wilson what you do understand? Go ahead and tell him, Charlie.
sell you on my worldview?
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
you
lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're a fucking dyke. Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby
What did I
daddies?
just say?
Your
Dyke?
wife with the 3
Sorry,
baby
I'm sorry,
daddies?
dyke. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that you try to
Do the women that you try
show
to?
your hatred against?
the women
they,
that you try
convince them
to?
that they shouldn't?
You know,
like,
Charlie, did I
pursue
bring
women? Do they know
Charlie?
that
Did
your
I bring
wife
your
is 5
family?
years older?
Did I bring any of your
You called
family
me
into
fucking
anything?
Stupid.
Did I
You
say
called
anything
me
about
fucking
your
stupid.
family being stupid, Charlie?
You could.
It's
You could
because
go
I'm
for it.
better than you, Charlie.
No, it's because you're embarrassed and you know that the traditional values that you try to sell people
Okay.
on are bullshit because
Let's
you
go
are not
through
a
it.
traditional man.
Chuck, let's go through it.
No, she's right, bro. You're embarrassed. You're embarrassed by your wife because, like Charlie said, she couldn't have said it any better. You sell these traditional values that you don't live by. Period. You tell men to go out there and get a woman with no children, yet your wife got multiple children, multiple baby daddies. And this is why I try to tell men over the years, whether it's in the Black Manosphere, it was Anton Daniels, Kevin Samuels, O'Shea Duke Jackson. It was a whole list of guys, right? But at the end of the day, a lot of those guys don't have the result. The only one I can really say that might have some results that y'all might, some people may look up to is Anton because he has a black wife. But then it doesn't mean anything because you talk shit about black women on a daily basis. Whereas Andrew, he shit on all women. You put a black woman, Asian woman, white woman in front of him, and he's going to tell her that she is less than, that she should be submissive, that she need to follow God's way. Speaking of that, let's go to our last video because a few people, I guess you guys forgot, but shout out to Gary the Numbers Guy. Gary the Numbers Guy exposed Andrew Wilson a few months ago. I'm just here to give the video to y'all. He been exposed, bro. He been exposed them. You see, but y'all be playing games. Y'all don't really want to know the facts about what's going on with these people. Y'all just want to listen to losers, bro. And I just don't understand it, bro.
I'm sorry.
For those who don't know about this clip, this is on Fresh and Fit Rumble channel. So if you guys don't watch Fresh and Fit on the Rumble, you probably missed this. But Gary is a numbers guy. He's a numerology guy. And then you have Andrew Wilson on the right. Let's talk about it.
If you're claiming I'm lying, that's fine. I just would like the proof.
Well, I mean, you're taking care of another man's kids, aren't you?
And the proof that I've done anything wrong is?
Well, the proof is that you took an oath to a wife and basically you broke that vow.
No, I
and
didn't.
now you're with
Again, and Andrew Wilson, you're divorced. You took an oath to your wife as a Christian man, and then you divorced that wife when things didn't work out for you, when you were unhappy, and then you got with a baby mama who has multiple baby daddies and multiple children. Then you came online preaching to young men about a trad wife. How is your wife a traditional wife when she had multiple baby daddies? And again, y'all continue to listen to these losers, bro. See, I don't preach that. I think that y'all should love whoever y'all want to love. But it's no money to be made in that. They want to say a woman under 25 hit the wall. A woman past 25 hit the wall. If she got baby mama, she hit the wall. She trash. Don't marry her. And the whole time they married to a baby.
No,
First
now
of
you're
all-
with a different woman.
First of all, I was a secularist essentially. I had a courthouse wedding. That's one, and two.
Mhm.
That don't mean that you are not a Christian. I had a courthouse wedding too, but we still said our oaths, and it was to a priest there for a reason. They literally had a priest there for a reason. So acting like, well, I was secular and we just had a court wedding. No, bro, it don't matter, because what you talk about on the internet is the Bible, and you talk about having a trad wife. So we caught you up. It's over. The gig is up. The sham is up.
Well, I won't even get into all the details. They're not even important.
Oh,
But
yes, they are.
the thing is like Gary, it was completely appropriate to have such a divorce. One and two, same thing with my wife. She was abandoned. Like, what do you want? By the way, it would be the most Christian as far as Christian ethics. It's most Christian thing to do to take care of the people who are around you. Like, why would, for instance, like if your brother died or something like this, wouldn't you take care of his kids?
That's a false narrative. No one died.
Exactly. It's a false narrative. No one died, bro. At the end of the day, the baby daddy didn't die. The husband didn't die. He left your wife, bro. That's just the facts. And you want to hide behind this shit. At the end of the day, you are a liar. You are a hypocrite. You get online and talk about something that you don't live, right? I saw how you was behaving on Shut Up Fatty show. You was completely disrespectful, just like Just Pearly Things. You don't even respect black content creators, in my opinion, except the ones that you can benefit off, and the ones who agree with you, who feel the same way about women and black people like Myron Gaines. You're not interested in helping black people at all. You're not interested in helping anybody except you, your wife, and those other men children. From my understanding, Andrew, you don't even have any biological children with this woman.
But wouldn't you take care of his kids?
What happened is another man left your wife, and now you're taking care of them. So is that what you're telling us?
What's immoral about that here?
Is that what a good Christian is?
Yeah. What's immoral about that?
Hold on.
I'm asking if that's good Christian values.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely, is Christian values. Like, what's wrong with that?
Another man's
And it's crazy that Fresh and Fit, you guys not gonna step up and say shit. Any other time a woman says, I want a man that's gonna be a good stepdaddy and that's gonna take care of my kids and name a guy, y'all shame that woman every single time, bro. But when Andrew Wilson comes up and say that he's doing the exact same thing that y'all was shaming these women for, now he gets a pass, bro. And this just shows the inconsistency of the red pill space. They're not interested in having genuine conversations and having genuine takes about how they really feel, because when it's one of their friends who have a baby mama or somebody who have a high subscriber count, they're going to give them a pass every single time, bro. I've seen this a million times. I've seen this with Angry Man and Anton. You don't like stepfathers, but you sit right next to Angry Man and you don't say, hey, man, I think that you were sent for taking care of your wife's son and being a good stepfather, because you don't really want to open up that conversation, because that's somebody's real life.
kid. Simping is Christian values in your book.
Guys, we've
taking care of people's kids, especially if they don't have a father.
You heard it here,
guys. Guys, we've deviated from the Jesus Christ discussion with the Virgin Mary. Do you guys want to move on to ethics now?
It's crazy you want to call it ethics, Myron. And really, anybody else, you would call them a simp. You'd have went off by now. You would have said that the woman was used goods, all kinds of shit, bro. I done seen Myron really go off. Bro, look at how Myron is talking about Akash Singh right now, because his wife has sex with a few guys in college and shit, bro. This man is a baby mama, multiple baby mamas, and they don't say shit. I mean, this goes to show you, as long as you cool with these guys, you'll be good. As long as you friends with these guys, you'll be good. They're not gonna call you out for your behavior. That's what I see. Let's keep going, man. I gotta go to bed soon.
This is ethics.
Yeah,
this is what do people stand behind what they believe in.
I'm fine with this, Myron. He can continue the inquiry.
Okay, so this is what we'll do. If we're gonna go ahead and suspend the debate on the Virgin Mary and etc.
Time limits.
We'll move on to we're gonna do time limits now. We're gonna put. Are you guys okay with 3 or 4 minutes on the clock?
Whatever he likes, man.
Which one did you prefer, Andrew? 3 or 4?
Why don't you just do 3 minutes?
Let's get past
Spend as many rounds you get.
Preaches and how people should. Well, it basically goes like this, man. If you're gonna preach about Christianity and you're gonna preach to others about what a good Christian is and how people should become Christians, then the way you live your life has a lot to do with it, because you basically have to do what you preach or you're a fraud. So here's what it comes down to, man. if you already made vows to a woman and you broke them and now you're with a different woman, a lot of Christians would consider that adultery. Quite frankly, your wife, and again, I have nothing against her. This has nothing to do with her personally. But the fact of the matter is, she has kids from two different men, two different people. She took vows.
Now, notice also in a former clip when Charlie talked about his wife, he went completely the fuck off. He didn't go off on this guy. Why? Because they are in the same studio, just like him and Charlie. But he's a man. Gary would have probably got up, smacked the shit out of him, and he knows this, so he didn't do shit about it. The same way when Wes Watson was talking shit to him, he didn't do shit about it. And I'm going to show you guys that also. Don't worry about it.
To it said, I will love you forever, and she has kids from those people's marriages. Now, you always talk about a nuclear family, sir. What kind of nuclear family is this? The nuclear family is the bedrock. Hold on, sir. The nuclear family is the bedrock of society. A mom, a dad, kids, not a Brady Bunch, not an ex-wife and an ex-husband. They get a whole bunch of kids from different marriages together, and they think everything's going to be kumbaya. This is what destroys society from within. So if you actually want to be a good Christian or a good Muslim or a good anything, pick the right one the first time. Now, I'm going to make this clear. I'm a numerologist. I'm not divorced like you, brother. I'm not divorced like your woman, because I pick my woman based off numerology and astrology. Come up here, baby. We're going to make this abundantly clear, okay? When it comes down to it, you have to understand that numerology and astrology is supreme. Numerology and astrology will tell you if you're picking the right woman or the right man if you're a woman. Not this Christian nonsense. You've already failed, sir. She has failed twice. You have failed once. Who knows? Maybe you got another fail in the future.
Nigga. So basically, he said the same exact thing, bro. Your wife failed twice in marriage. And to me, when white girls get married twice and they fail twice, you're a baby mama. You just the same way that black men look at black women who got kids, that's why I'm looking at you. You a baby mama. Period. You got married twice just to say that you're married, but really you're a twice baby mama. And Andrew, you failed as well. Both of y'all have failed marriages and just came together. And now you're preaching about traditionalism. Bro, y'all situation is the furthest thing from traditionalism. Shout out to Gary, man.
I don't know, but all I know is I've been married to my baby for 20 years, and everything we do is based off numerology and astrology. And last point, I'm not raising someone else's kids as a numerologist. You are as a Christian. I yield my time.
I have no problem with people being a stepfather. Just for the record, for my audience who may not know me, I have no problem with with stepfathers at all, to be honest. I'm married and my wife has children, but the thing is my platform isn't built on telling young men or men at all that if a woman has children, she has no value, or men should live traditional lives and women should just shut the fuck up and be traditional and submit to men. Or it's not built on Christianity and all the rest of this stuff. My channel is just my opinions and my thought. At least these reactions are. Andrew, I think it's crazy that everybody know that your wife has multiple baby mamas. Sorry, child. Everybody know your wife has multiple baby daddies, and yet still they come around and act like your propaganda, your rhetoric, your hateful rhetoric against women is actually helpful. The thing is, like I try to tell Cooley, no Fugazi, when he got exposed, I went on his channel and we talked. I tried to tell him, but people don't want to listen. Your best message is your truest message. Be your authentic self. You have a white woman who, just like Andrew Wilson, has 2 other children by 2 different white men, and you're happy with her. And instead of you pushing this message that, hey, men, you can find happiness with a woman who has children. You can be in love and it can work out for you. And y'all push the exact opposite of what your life is. This is why when shit like this hit the fan, it hurts 10 times more, because you was never living in your truth. You was never being who you really should be. And that's somebody who is actually in love with a baby mama.
All right, we'll put 3 minutes on the clock. It seems like this debate is more on ethics and
personal ethics.
Yeah, I guess.
At this point, yeah.
Andrew, we got 3 minutes on the clock for you, so you can go ahead, rebut that.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah. So anyway, Jesus Christ himself had a stepfather. I don't know why you think this is a dunk. Yes, of course. The ethical thing and the ethical purview to do is to try to take care and assist people can assist themselves. There's nothing within Christianity Christian ethics or Christian virtues, which disallow from you marrying a woman who has children from previous marriages. There's nothing.
So
There's nothing there. Which, dude, I didn't interrupt you. Don't interrupt me.
Ask
None of that disallows it. Okay.
Hey, shout out to all the simps out here, man. Shout out to Andrew. Join Simp Nation. I can make you feel more confident. I love simping. I'm about to buy my wife's daughter a fucking $1,000 video game. You know why? Because she's a good kid, first of all, but mainly because my wife love her. I've grown to really genuinely care about her. And why not? Why not? I don't know, bro. I feel like simping, you guys make simping seem like it's a bad thing, but it's really just us trying to say that we care about our family and we're willing to provide for them and give them the things that they want. That's really all it comes down to, bro. I'm low-key genuinely tired of these conversations where I'm having men who have a wife and you're taking care of multiple fucking children that's not even yours. But then you get online and you talk about traditionalism and Jesus Christ, bro. Live in your truth, bro. Let all of that propaganda shit go.
Okay, so I don't even know where you're coming up with this. I think that what you've done is you've conflated me with like some kind of red pill bro. You think that I'm some red pill content creator, but I'm not.
No,
I follow the ideals. Stop talking, dude. Stop talking.
You definitely a wannabe red pill. That's why he checking you. But they would never accept you over there because you have a baby mama, bro, as a wife. And she was with 2 other men and she failed. She gave them men children, etc., etc. She failed, Andrew. It's no ifs and or buts about it. And now she's the eye of your apple, which is cool, bro. There's really nothing wrong with that when you really think about it. But just your problem is you and your wife, especially your wife. I saw a video and I didn't even want to even do a reaction to it, but now I got to. When she was talking about traditionalism and Jesus, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? Not Andrew Wilson wife. Let's keep going.
Don't worry, we'll
you
add
can't
time.
seem to help it spurt.
Add 15 seconds
within the purview of Christian ethics. Not only am I not doing anything wrong, but I'm doing everything wrong. All you're doing is affirming I'm a good man. You're like, Andrew's a good man and takes care of people. Oh, I know. Terrible fucking Christian. Off.
No, he said you were simp. You were taking care of another man's kids. Don't try to fucking twist it into something else that he didn't say. All you're affirming is that I'm a good man. But let a woman come up here and say she's looking for a good man to take care of her kids. You're going to say that she's a fucking non-traditional woman, that she should settle for anything. Like, I'm not even here to talk about your wife like they did on Twitter and shit, bro, because I'm not here for that. I don't want nobody talking about my wife, so I'm not talking about yours. But at the end of the day, bro, your talking points must change right fucking now, because you can no longer walk around talking about traditionalism with a wife who has multiple fucking children and failed marriages, and under her belt, bro. It's over.
I don't even know how this is done. What you're also trying to do is you're also trying to placate ego and materialism by saying, look, I bought this chick for, $100 from whatever boom country you bought her from. Mm-hmm. And we have this wonderful, great marriage. And, I'm not raising anybody else's kids and blah, 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 blah. I'm a numerologist. Buy my shit. Buy my product.
I never said that.
The entirety.
I never said anything about buying anything. Did I?
I don't know why you're interrupting
about buying anything?
Why you keep interrupting me, bro?
Gary, don't worry. We're giving you an extra 20 seconds.
It's my turn.
You're good.
So the thing is like, for you to just say, well, what you're doing is anti-Christian. There's nothing anti-Christian about it. This is an old criticism. It never done anything to hurt me a bit. Most people have mixed families these days because, unfortunately, we had to go through the boomer generation, Gen X, this type of thing. You're dealt the hand that you're dealt. People have stepfathers. They love their stepfathers. People have stepmothers. They love their stepmothers. It happens this way sometimes. Is it optimal for society? No. Does it lead to a massive amount of degeneracy?
Damn, Andrew, why not just preach the life that you lived in, bro? Why are you preaching about traditionalism when you don't live that? When you know that it's okay that, to be a stepfather, when you know children love their stepfather, and you see women coming on the show saying, yeah, they want a man to take care of them and their child. Why aren't you you should be a fucking champion for this. You should be saying, yeah, go shout to all the women who had multiple baby daddies and they still want a good man like my wife did. That should be your message, bro. Instead, you're online talking about the fucking Confederate flag wasn't racist. You're online debating feminists every single day. Like, that's the only type of debate that you really are prepared for. I'm starting to think that you're not as intelligent as you claim to be. And on top of that, I think that you really are embarrassed about the situation with your wife passed. And that's why you snapped on that girl, Charlie, for no reason.
Ultimately, if this is something which is a goal, this is, in other words, something you're pushing society towards, of course, that has nothing to do with the personal situation of an individual person or individual circumstances, each of which should be assessed on their own merits within the confines of Christian ethics. So the only reason reason, by the way, you brought this in as a personal attack, and I understand why. Most of my critics usually will do this after they've lost a debate with me, and that's
No, bro. Nobody lost a debate with you. Most of your critics brought this up because they know that you preach traditionalism and you don't live that life. You just not about that life, bro. You really a goofy. And any man that listens to you about marriage is a goof. Any man that spends any money on any of your products is a goofy. It's just that simple, bro. Now, listen, sorry guys, I'm playing 2K. Listen, I'm about to be doing a lot of Andrew Wilson content because I'm gonna break down that whole 6-hour Charlie debate piece by piece by piece. So it's probably gonna be like a lot of reaction, like 25, 30 of them. But listen, let me know what you guys think about this, man. You guys think that Andrew Wilson either just hang it up, or should he take my advice and just start talking about how families like his are cool? It's okay to be in love with a baby mama, guys. It's okay to be a simp for the woman that you love. It's okay to show love and concern and actually be in love with somebody despite them having a past. We gotta stop letting these internet dudes come into our lives and start spewing this bullshit. And the fact that anybody is still listening to these guys let me know that men are the male what do they call it, male loneliness epidemic. That shit might be real. I might have to do a whole video about that. I gotta do some research because apparently you niggas are so lonely that y'all will listen to a man who lives a lifestyle that's completely against the morals that you claim to uphold. With that being said, I'm going to bed. Good night, y'all.